I'm still trying to figure out how I want my lighting for this video. I think I want to leave it like this though, but it's like, is that bright enough? Period.
I'm everything these other hoes ain't. Brand new foreign and I'm rubbing off paint. Huh. And I love a big dick. Only thing better is a nigga that's rich. Only thing better when he don't have kids. When he buy me whips and I don't have to spend. I don't like no little ass shit, no little ass nigga or little ass bitch.
Good morning. Good morning, guys. How you doing? How you living? How you feeling? It's your girl, Liyahchanel, and I am back with another story time. My last video, my makeup tutorial, my natural makeup tutorial, I told y'all that I was going to record another video right after. I kind of didn't get around to that because I ended up editing the video right after I recorded it so I could upload it the next day. Editing took about 2.5 hours, and after that, your girl was tired. But I'm here now to tell the motherfucking story. There's not really much to it. This is my first time telling the story out loud, like full out, since it happened about 3 years ago. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, maybe 4 years ago. Was I 15 or 16? I was young, okay? But I want you guys to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my, do y'all see this? A Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette. Period. But yeah, guys, let's get into the video. So, my eyebrows look so nice. I used to be in a law program my freshman and sophomore year of high school. I was in it my junior year going into high school, and then freshman, sophomore, junior, like I kind of fell off towards the end of junior year because I wasn't really feeling the law thing no more. I swore up and down and sideways and all of that I wanted to be a lawyer. But then when I got into the program, and then I got a taste of what law is actually about, and how only a few people actually get to go into the courtroom and argue their points or whatever, and how you have to read and write a lot and you might not even make it to the courtroom. I wasn't feeling that. So I kind of when I fell out of love with it, I stopped giving the program my all. I stopped going, stuff like that. This was a summer day when I was going to that program. It's in Long Island City. So where I live, which is in Queens, New York, but the area in Queens where I live, I have to take a bus and 2 trains to get there. Child, I was not gonna do that today. In today's day and age, I was not doing that. Thank God now I have a car, so I could drive if I have to go that far. But even if, that's right next to the city. A bus and 2 trains, that is a long ass, transportation route, whatever. So, y'all like my clips? Y'all can't even really see it, but it's Fashion Nova $7.99. Not even gonna cap to y'all. This one, it broke, and I took this out the pack 2 days ago, so I could look decent. I woke up looking busted, and the shit broke. I had to mashugana and fix it back myself.
One eternity later.
But I think y'all should get it. It's real cute. You know, it turned this slick back into a bougie slick back. Whatever. Anyways, I was on my way to the program. So I was on the bus. I'm not going to say which bus because then that would tell you exactly which area in Queens I live in. Like an idea. And we don't need that. We don't need that. So I was on a bus on my way to the program. I had on a dress. A little blue bodycon dress. It was appropriate. It was mid-thigh. That's enough. It wasn't gonna get no longer than that. It was mid-thigh, and I had on some sandals. And especially back then, I always kept my toes done. Always, because me and my mom lived in the nail salon. If it's one thing me and my mom could do all day together, shop and be in the nail salon together all day. I don't care how long my nails have to take, 5 hours, 10 hours, I know it doesn't take that long, but I'm just saying, if I had to wait that long to get my nails done, I'm okay with that. Sign me up. Do it. Thank you. Every 2 weeks, at that time, I didn't really do tips like this because, like I said, I was either 15 or 16. I think it was, I don't know. I used to get like dip powder, so you know it would like grow out fast and look really gross, and my mom especially didn't like to see when my nails weren't done, and she got her nails done every 2 weeks. And at the time, I had never had a job before, so like where was the money coming from? She just paid for my nails and my toes and her nails and her toes every 2 weeks. So my nails and toes always done. And I have pretty feet, right? If I do say so myself. I would insert a picture, not right now because this is literally gross. I would insert a picture, but some people really hate feet, and I don't want to make you guys feel like, you know, I'm being gross. I just got on the bus and I'm walking towards the back because I don't like sitting in the back if there's kids back there. I've always been like that, even though, you know, I'm still a teenager. I am 19, young, hot, and sexy. But around that time, even if there's kids back there that's my age, I don't want to sit in the back with them because I'm not the one for the crowd. I don't like being around people who are loud and obnoxious. And if you are from New York, you know kids on the bus are always loud for no reason. It could be 6 in the morning, it could be 6 in the afternoon. They're always gonna be loud for, like, if they're like sitting next to each other and they're like screaming like this, like as if they can't hear each other. So I don't like sitting in the back next to kids. Even when I was a really young kid, I just would rather stay away. I would rather be in the front with the old people, because old people don't make noise. The old people don't say nothing. They don't do nothing. They sit there. They wait for they stop. They get off, and that's it. So this particular day, there happened to be no kids in the back, thank God. So I went and I sat in the back. There's like a little wall that separates like the back from the front. It's like stairs you walk up, and then there's like a little wall. I like to, like, if I am gonna sit in the back, if there's no kids on the bus, I like to sit right behind that wall, because that's like you in your own little section. Unless somebody decides to sit right next to you, you just by yourself. So I sat in my favorite seat to sit in when there's no kids in the back. And I was on my phone, you know. I was running late to the program. Actually, I was always running late. If you know me, you know I'm always late. I'm never on time. If you want me to get to your function or get somewhere on time, tell me to be there an hour before I have to be there, and then I'll still get there half an hour late, but at least I won't be an hour and a half late. I don't know. I get it from my mom. We can't be on time for nothing. Me or any of my siblings. It's sad, but whatever. I was on a bus, and then I was on my phone and whatnot. Then this man came and sat next to me, like, boop, right here. He sat next to me. We on the bus, I'm on my phone, and he sat next to me. And I already look young. If I didn't tell y'all how old I was, y'all probably would think that I was like 17, 18. Maybe I'm dragging it, maybe I'm not. But people tell me I have a baby face, right? So me being 15, 16, I ain't look 13, but I didn't look over the age of 18. I know that for a fact. If I could, I'm gonna insert a picture of what I looked like when I was around 15, 16. I was a freshman in high school. I'm gonna insert a picture right here for you guys to see. Like, I didn't look older than 18 because I didn't wear makeup at the time. I didn't do, like, in my natural face, I just look younger than I am. Shout out to God, you know, black don't crack unless you on it, period. And I wasn't on it, or I'm not on it. So of course I'm gonna look young and intact, all that good shit. So he sat next to me, and y'all already know from my previous story time, when I was a little younger, I was excited for the attention from the nigga species before I figured out that niggas are gross and they're just bad for business. Right? So he sat there, and I wasn't really like paying attention to him. I was more so trying to like act like I didn't notice that he sat next to me, and I was just on my phone, because you know, in my head, niggas like the bitches that don't try too hard, don't do too much, you know. So I was sitting there trying to look like I could give a fuck that he was sitting next to me. Meanwhile, inside, I was just like, he could have sat anywhere. There was nasties all over the bus, and he decided to sit right here. So, what you trying to do? What you trying to do, right? But like, I had no business even being worried about that nigga because the fuck. First of all, he looked like he was about 20 something, not older than 22, right? He looks older, and he was on the bus. I'm not saying that, nah, fuck that. If you're a grown-ass man and you have on designer shoes and clothes, which I've never been the one to give a fuck about designer, nothing, like what somebody got on. It's like, if your outfit is cute, your outfit's cute. I don't care if there's a brand sign on it or not, because you could have on a whole brand outfit and look busted, and you could have on an outfit from fucking H&M, and even though H&M is a brand, you know what I mean, like an expensive brand, like you could have on a regular outfit and look nicer than the person with the expensive outfit. I feel like if you have the money to spend on outfits and stuff like that, then do it, but don't go broke trying to keep up with people who are broke and flex, they trying to impress you, you trying to impress them, and both of y'all broke in real life. I just don't see it. But he had on designer shit, which that didn't bother, like I didn't care, but I just say that to say this: how you have on all that designer shit and you're taking the bus? I never understood that. I never respected that, people who fall under that category. It just don't make sense to me. You have on all that designer shit and move like you too good for the shit, yeah, but you're on the bus. Prioritize people. Motherfucking people. So one, that was already a point that was just like, you know, even though I was just like, ooh, he sat next to me, now it's just like, you know. So then he started talking to me and he said hi. So automatically, I don't know what it is, but even if I do think that you are attractive or anything like that, I'm from New York. New York females are not nice. I'm not gonna sit here and like straight up say suck my dick if you try to talk to me. That's what be in my brain, but I'm not gonna say that on my mouth. So even though I was like thinking somewhat, because he was sitting next to me, I'm like, ooh, he sat next to me. Then I started thinking like he got all this shit and he's on the bus. Then he actually opened his mouth to speak to me. The New York in me was just like ill, dirty. That's something I learned from a younger age. When men are trying to speak to you, even if you don't want to talk to them, you don't want to be too rude, because some men cannot take rejection for shit. And you don't want to be too nice, because you don't want it to seem like you want the attention. God forbid you stare them, like they're going to get the wrong idea, and then it's just going to be a really uncomfortable situation for you or whatever. So you could be nice, but don't be too nice. He said hi, whatever. I said hi. He said, oh, how are you doing? I was like, good. Mind you, I'm not looking at him. I'm on my phone. Like, I glanced at him when he said hi, but at this point, I'm looking back at my phone. Hi, how you doing? Good. Then he looked at my feet. I saw him looking at my feet. I saw him looking down, but I didn't think he was looking at my feet. But he was like, because of what he said, like just now, I came to the realization that he was looking at my feet. He wasn't looking at the floor. So he said, you have some pretty ass toes. When my toes done, because I know I have cute toes, I got the toes that fall like on a slant. Not the second toe bigger than the first one and the third one bigger than the second one. I have toes that fall on a slant. They're nice. They're cute, right? When they're done. So he said, yes, pretty ass toes. So me, because, you know, like I said, me and my mom live in the nail salon, I took that as a really good compliment. Like, that's one thing. You tell me my makeup is nice. You tell me my hair looks nice. You tell me, like, my nails. You tell me, like, my toes. Like, stuff like that. We like those compliments. We like those a lot. So he said, and I was just like, oh, thank you. And he was just like, then we started having a conversation about my feet. He was just like, no, seriously, your toes are really pretty. Like, it's very rare that you see a girl with really pretty feet, and your toes are so nice. I was just like, at that point, it started to get a little weird, but I was just like, thank you. Like I said, be nice. Not too nice, but not too rude either. So that ride from my house all the way to Jamaica Avenue, which is where I had to go to catch the E train, was about a half an hour ride. He got on the bus about 10 minutes into the ride, meaning there was about 20 minutes left, and he was chatting from he got on the bus till we got off the bus. Somehow, some way, he started talking about my feet, boop, boop, boop. Then he got my number. I don't know how. Okay, I gave it to him. But I don't know how we got there. Like I said, this is my first time telling this story in a really long time, but I remember, like, somehow, some way, we got into the conversation, and he started complimenting me. You know, you're pretty, you're so cute, da, 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 da. Okay, when I say this guy is 20-something, I'm not sure if he's 20-something, but he looks 20-something. Like, he worked at AutoZone, and he had, like, little, not really, I don't know, facial hair. He just looked mature. So I know there's some people who could look mature and they're not mature, but he looked mature to me. So I'm gonna say he's 20-something, and I don't really know. And if you're watching this video, you're not even gonna know I'm talking about you, because the sad part is I don't remember his name. I don't remember his name. Okay, let me get to the story. I just remember this shit gets good. He got my number, and then he got off the bus. I lied. He didn't go all the way to Jamaica Ave. He got off at the AutoZone on Merrick Boulevard and 109. So that's about maybe 15 minutes on the bus from when he got on. When I got to my program, a bus ride and 2 trains later, we started texting, and I was texting him the whole time I was there. I think I was there for 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours, and he was texting the whole time I was there. Like, he was asking me, oh, how you doing again? What you doing after? I made up something. Did you eat? Yes. Like, I was kind of interested because he was complimenting me so much, but then I wasn't really trying to talk too much to him, because 1, you already got my number, that's a lot, and I just met you. 2, I just met you. And 3, I just met you. Like, I don't know you like that. Yeah, it's nice to hear the shit that I heard, like, you talking nice, you talking right, but I don't know you. And I was young, but I was dumb, but I wasn't retarded. That's not a good word. I was young and dumb, but like my brain cells were still intact somewhat, right? So we're texting and stuff, but then the hoe in me in the back of my brain was just like, once again, hey, bitch, you got it going again. And then we started talking. Then the program done, I went home, boom, 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 right? I went home that night, and me and him was talking all day. Then he got off work finally, and we were texting again, and then he said, send me pictures of your feet. So I didn't really think about how weird that was for him to ask me for pictures of my feet. Now, to 2020, me about to be 20 years old, if you want pictures of my feet, you could get them as long as you're paying me. Because I've come to realize that that's a real thing, and people really like that shit. Some people like will really pay money to see pictures of people's feet. So if you want to pay me to see my feet, I'll send you my Cash App. You can send it to me. You could Zelle it to me. You could mail me the breach, whatever you want to do. But at the time, I didn't think about all of that, and I wasn't gonna ask the nigga to fucking pay me, because at the time I wasn't like, what? Now, yeah. But send me pictures of your feet. So I sat there with my little Samsung Galaxy S6, and I was taking pictures of my feet, putting them in different positions and different backgrounds and like different lighting, and I was trying to get a really good picture to send to him. I probably spent about 20 minutes just taking pictures of my feet before I sent him one. I sent him the one I thought was the best, and then he like responded like it was weird, like, oh, your feet are so nice, oh my god, like on some weird shit. But again, I was young, and the attention was just like, right? So then come to find out, he lives near me. If you're walking to his house, probably a 15-minute walk, 10-minute walk, probably a 15-minute walk if you walk correct, normal pace. If you run, probably 10, but who's running? Not me. So, like, oh, meet up with me, some shit like that. I don't remember exactly what he said, but he basically said, like, meet up with him. So, my dumb ass, my little 15, 16 dumb ass left my house at night. I think my mom was at work. My siblings were at work. The only person that was home, it was me and my brother. And maybe my sister, but I think she was either asleep or she was at work too. I don't remember. I only remember my brother was home because of what comes later on, but just listen. So he's like, oh, come meet up with me, da-da-da. So at first, I had never left the house without permission from my mother. So in my head, I'm just like, leave the house. I ain't speak to my mama. So how the fuck I'm gonna leave my house, come meet you? One, she don't know you. Where we going? And I didn't ask her. So I was texting, I was just like, I don't think I could do that, da-da-da, blah. And he was just, I don't know, he had a way with his words at the time. Now, if the nigga was to try to talk to me, couldn't run no game on me. It would have been a dub. None of that clip. But at the time, what he said made sense. I don't even remember what the fuck he said. I just know it went from, nah, I can't do that, to me walking out my house, pitch black outside. It's dark. I live across the street from a high school. So, I'm texting him. Then I walk to the field that, you know, is attached to the high school across the street from me, the field of the high school. And, like, I start walking towards it. Mind you, I have street lights on my block, obviously. But across the street, in the field, the stadium lights don't come on unless there's a game. The stadium lights don't come on unless somebody's there. Nobody was there, so it was pitch black. If the nigga wanted to kill me, he would have killed me. Nobody would have seen him or known anything. And nobody would have found me until the morning. Okay? Because that's how dark it was. And as you can see, I'm dark. So in the dark, pitch black. Because at the time I told you I didn't wear highlight. If I wore highlight, it probably would have reflected and niggas would have saw me from a distance. But your girl was barefaced. And it was dark. Like, that was a very dangerous situation I put myself in. And, like, telling the story, you know, it's all jokes and stuff, but all jokes pushed to the back right now. Don't ever meet up with somebody you don't really, like, you don't know in the dark. Now they lock the gates at nighttime. At that time, they didn't lock the gates. So I'm walking, like, towards the field, like, towards the turf or whatever. And I see, like, a figure walking towards me. I wasn't sure if it was him. But I called him. And I'm like, is this you walking towards me? And he was just like, yeah, it's me, whatever. Okay, fine. So we started walking around the field, talking. I thought it was so romantic. Oh my gosh, we're taking strolls in the dark. Dumb bitch, right? So we just walking and talking. We didn't even get all the way around the field before we ended up on the turf. We were like kissing, I think. Another thing that's not safe. Girl, you don't know where this nigga been at. You don't know where his mouth been at. And you're kissing him. On the field, in the dark. And nobody knows you're here. It was just a whole lot wrong with this scenario. So, we was kissing, whatever. He tried to make me... right? But, no. Like, what? No. And that's exactly what I said. I was just like, no. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, we already kissing. That's all you gonna get, sir. I'm not putting my... First of all, I don't know your mouth. I definitely don't know where your balls been. So I'm not putting that in my mouth. Sorry, not really. That happened. And then, because he said that to me at the time, I was just like, oh, so that, like, it's normal to do all of that first time meeting somebody. So then I asked him for that. But I didn't really know what the fuck I was asking for because that never happened to me before. I never was active with a person before or anything like that. So I don't know what I was talking about, but I literally, like, asked for what he was asking for.
Ask me out! Ask me out! Ask me out! Nigga, ask me out! Ask me out! Ask me out!
And and then he dubbed it. So it's a good thing I dubbed it. One, because I don't know where you've been at, and that just goes to show you don't know where I've been at. So you said no. That just shows, like, we don't know each other from Adam. You don't know me nowhere. If somebody would have asked you for my name, God forbid something that happened to me, you can't even tell them because you don't know my fucking name. He probably didn't know my name, but I ain't know his name, so whatever. I was walking home, and my brother saw me. Like, he met me at the corner because I'm crossing the street to go down my block. So, see, like, I'm walking diagonally, and my brother's, like, walking from the corner store, which is over there. So, he's walking, like, this way, and I'm walking diagonally. So, we actually meet. He's just like, where the fuck you coming from? And I was just like, oh, I went to meet my friend. He was just like, you know, brother shit. It's dark. What the fuck you doing? You're not supposed to be outside. Da 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 da. Bop 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 boop. So I go in the house, and